Hi, and welcome to the first of my December video blogs. Now, as you can see from the way I'm dressed, it's got really cold in Poznan. It's well below zero. So I thought, for the first of my December video blogs, we do something a little bit different and film indoors instead of outdoors. Now, the place I've chosen to film is somewhere that I've written about many times on my blog, Tanner's Irish Pub. And Tanner's Irish Pub is one of my favourite places to go in the evening in Poznan. It's very warm, it's full of nice people, they play live sports here, they have concerts, quiz nights, lots of different things to do. So, what better place than to show you Poznan indoors? And another reason why I've come to Tanner's is this is a place where you get lots of foreigners. Now, I've talked recently in my written blog about international Poznan and how there's more and more people from different countries coming to Poznan to live and to work. Now, today we're going to talk to three British men, okay, from different parts of the British Isles, English speakers, about how they've come to Poznan and they've ended up doing lots of different cool things, pursuing their passions. So, first of all, I'm going to talk to Tim. And Tim, you've been here a long time, I know this. Why did you come here in the first place?
Initially, I got a job at a language school.
Okay.
It's 20 years ago now. Yeah, that's why I came here. I didn't know much about the place before, so I was interested in the job, so I took it. Okay.
And I also know that over the years you've done lots of different things while you were teaching English. Can you tell us about some of those things?
Music was always my passion. And when I came to Poland, at the time, my particular branch of music, house music, was pretty non-existent. So
sure.
I could see that there was a gap in the market, if you like. If you like. And I met a few local DJs, and that's where my DJ career really took off. And, and I'm still doing it today. And in that time, I had a vinyl record shop for 4 or 5 years, which did very well for a while. And then when I packed that in, I started a record label, which I'm still running today, with a very Polish name.
Which is?
Pierogi Records.
Pierogi, these are these Polish dumplings with meat and fruit fillings.
That's right, yeah.
And would you say that Poznan is a good place to kind of pursue your passions and be creative?
It's certainly when I first came here, well, I think there was a period where the end of the last century, the early 2000s, it was absolutely ideal. I couldn't think of a better place in the world to be a house music DJ. Everything was going on because it was so new and fresh. Sure. I think, like in most places in the world now, the sort of market has become a bit saturated. But I still think that Poznan is a very good place for me to be, particularly.
Thank you, Tim. We're now going to talk to Brian, and I know that many years ago Brian and Tim worked together. Is that right, Brian?
It certainly is. That was quite a few years back now, but the happiest days of my life too.
What were you doing with Tim?
I was basically taking his orders and being a general dog's body. I was teaching English here in Poz. That went on for a few years. That was a good laugh. Then, unfortunately, the school went down the tubes. Nothing to do with Tim.
Not the school I was working at.
Nothing to do with Tim. No, was it you?
Oh no, it did go down.
Yeah, it did go down.
We forgot to say that before.
And those embezzlement charges never helped. The money was just resting in my account. But I was doing that, and then basically I started working for another school. Didn't enjoy that one so much, and went back to doing what I was doing before I moved to Poznan, which was journalism.
So you're a writer.
Yes.
And I know that now, because I know Brian quite well, that you go all over the world interviewing people, to get material for the writing that you do. So you could live anywhere, but you choose to live in Poznan. Why do you choose to live in Poznan?
Well, first of all, the language is so easy that I just feel so at home. Other than that, no, Poznan has many benefits. Physically, it's great because, to quote sort of Alan Partridge, the genius of its location is its equidistance between Warsaw and Berlin. So, from an international point of view, you can get long haul flights 3 hours either way sort of thing. Then there's the actual fact that you've got a beautiful old town centre. The actual city's, while it's population-wise larger than Liverpool, it's kind of the same size as Truro, so it's nice and compact. That's a bit bigger than Truro. But it's compact, so you've got a city centre, which makes getting around easy. It also, from a socialising point of view, it means you can generally bump into people, you know, there's a sense of community. There isn't the sort of isolation that you can get in a sort of more spread out city like London or Warsaw or Moscow or something, or Penzance. So yeah, it's very good like that from sort of a convenience point of view.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian. Now, last but not least, we've got James. And James, could you tell us why you came to Poznan?
Well, Paul, I've come to visit Poznan a couple of times before I actually lived here, and loved the place so much that I came back to live here.
Okay, and what did you do when you first came here?
When I first came here, I was teaching English at private language schools. That was about it, basically.
Okay, but I know you do lots of very different stuff now.
Yeah, things have changed over the years. I've tried to branch out into other different things. Like most recently, I've been making some websites. I've done some animations. I work sometimes as a recording engineer for bands, that kind of thing. Okay. Mixing songs. So yeah, I've had a good kind of a good opportunity to work at other stuff while I've been here.
Okay. And what would you say it is about Poznan that makes you stay here the most?
Okay, so for me, I mean, yeah, you can still do your job and still have enough time to get on with the stuff that you want to be doing,
sure.
To pursue your hobbies or, your other interests in your free time. Maybe not so much now as it was in the past, but that's definitely still a reality for me,
sure.
In my everyday life.
Okay.
I think Poznan has become a bit more like cities in the west of Europe. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from cash flow and stuff. Yeah. Of course, I have a few more responsibilities now than I did when I first came to Poznan. So let's say most of my cash could be spent on other things, whether it be coming to the pub or spending it on a new guitar or a new guitar amplifier or some software to work with or something like that. Now it's kind of going into my apartment or whatever. But no, I mean, the creative element is still there for me, which I very much appreciate and enjoy, and seize the opportunity to do that kind of stuff as much as possible.
Okay, so thank you very much, James, and also to Tim and also to Brian. It's nice to hear your stories, and stories like myself, really. I also came here to teach English, and I'm doing a few different things, academic stuff, also this blog, which is great fun. So let's say cheers to Poznan.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Poz.
Don't have a drink. Sorry, James doesn't have a drink yet.
I'll keep that one.
Cheers.